So today it's tips on tulips. Now, lots of people love tulips, but they always have the complaint about them and say that tulips die or, you know, they get droopy. And the fact about tulips is they actually continue to grow even after they've been cut. So, and where they grow is they grow towards light. So I'm going to show you how to work with tulips. I've got these purple tulips here. These are double tulips, which means they've got lots of extra petals in them. And when you're buying these, what you want to look for, you want to make sure you can kind of pry them open, and don't be afraid of handling petals. Flowers are a lot harder than you think. And they can take a little bit of abuse, but you want to open up the inside and make sure there's no mold in there. You know, that will tell you whether they're fresh or not. And I don't think that I have any here to show you that have mold. These are pretty fresh. The other thing you want to look for is yellow leaves. And you can see that these are pretty much nice and bright. You can see a tiny bit of yellow starting right here. That's showing a little bit of age on a tulip, but they're pretty darn fresh. So, and the way you clean them, tulips, you know, their head is very heavy, and you can see, like, if I left this like this, you know, it's going to droop, it's going to go, ooh, you know, and you're going to think it's dead. But what you want to do is just take the bottom leaves off. Always clean your tulips, look at the leaf, and find the perfect greenery. This is like, you can see it's bent, it's broken, it's cracked. You want to pull it off. And you don't want to just do this, because oftentimes, you know, florists will do this and do that. See what just happened? It snaps off, it breaks. The other thing it does, you pull this and you pull that, and you get these little extra kind of things that get left on. You don't want that. So what you want to do is clean the petal off right at the edge, not the petal, but the leaf. Clean the leaf off right at the edge, and you just kind of like turn. You turn it sideways and you turn your stem. And you just do that on all of your tulips. Just keep pulling and cleaning. Make sure you don't leave any of those excess strands of leaves on there. And like this one here, it's just got one little leaf. The leaf is broken. I'm going to take the whole thing off. You know, you're going to have other petals, other tulips with it that will have leaves on it, so you don't have to worry about taking all of it off. This one is one beautiful stem. It's got gorgeous leaves. All of them are perfect. I'm not going to take any off of that. So you just go through your bunch. Tulips come 10 stems to a bunch. So just go through and pick out all your tulip stems. I think we're going to sacrifice this one. It doesn't look very good. That one's got a little tear in it. We'll pull that off. So just clean your tulips. Now I have all my tulips cleaned. And what I'm going to do is just take them, put them in bunches of 10, and what you want to do is line up all the heads evenly. Make all your heads all exactly the same. When you're working with tulips, you don't want to have them unevenly spaced, because they're going to do that on their own. So if you already start with them all over the place, they're going to go even worse. So always line them up evenly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in groups of 10. So here I have 10. I'm going to do 10 more. Line these all up. And just keep placing them all in a row. If you find that you've got some petals like this, tulips are going to do that. You'll have some petals that'll kind of like turn backwards. You want to put them, just tear those off. So we're going to line this up till we have 10 stems all together. Now I have those 10, and I'm going to do 10 more. And again, if you see this, see how this petal is kind of turning backwards, you know, you can just break that off gently. It will be fine. They just do that. That's nature. Doesn't mean they're old. Just line all these up. You get 10 stems. I'll give that one there. This one looks full. So now I've got all my stems in nice bunches, and I'm going to do vases in a set of 3. So let me move this out of the way. So I'm going to do 3 cylinders. I'm going to put a few pebbles in the bottom of each one, and these are just stones. You can buy them at Home Depot. You can get them at, you know, really any garden center. I've already washed them. You want to rinse them because they're kind of dusty. So you always want to rinse them off and just keep rinsing the water and running it through until the water runs clear. And then you know your stones are clean. So I'm just putting a few in each vase. Be careful because they can break the vase. So the deeper your vase, the more careful you want to be with them. So I'm just going to drop those in. All right. Then we're going to add some water. I've got a little bit of water in each one. And now I'm going to take my tulips and I'm going to cut them to fit each size of the vase. And what you want to do is make sure that your stems are going to be like up to the neck. You want them to be where you want to cut them so that their heads are right up to the neck. So cut them evenly as you can. Now my last vase. I'm going to drop this in. It's a little too tall, so I want to go and cut a little bit of that off. Now, right now, you have these 3 vases. They're a little bit to here, and you kind of feel like, But by tomorrow, these are going to grow a couple of inches and they're going to be in the perfect position that you want them in. So we're going to just set these like this. And then I'm going to just add some candles to this. Just place that around. So there you go. A beautiful tulip arrangement. And by tomorrow, this will grow a couple inches and be perfectly in place and it'll look awesome.